place kept. She does not speak, she simply stands with rain and wrath inside her hands. No queen, no slave, no child of peace, but chaos wrapped in calm release. Stormen starving, nattens brud, hun bærer lun og gammel gud. Jordens brede, himmelens kløft, hennes kraft nattens kløft. With more control than she, the storm with half a soul. And when the clouds begin to crawl, she rises fast to break them all. Stormen starving, nattens brud, hun bærer lun og gammel gud. Jordens brede, himmelens kløft, hennes kraft nattens løft. Screams in rain and laughs through every hurricane. Her heart is struck, her pulse aligned with every storm the gods designed. The sky can only hold so long before it bends to where she's strong. Some wings don't matter. She leaves no light where she has passed, just winds that whisper wild and vast. And if you see her shadow glide, don't call her down, just step aside. Some wings don't. They told her never touch the stone, but in its blood she saw her own. A single cut, a whisper deep, a secret that refused to sleep. She held the vein in trembling hand and felt the curse begin to stand. Not poison, no, but something worse. A love, the war, a darker verse. The forbidden vein runs through her skin, a gate unlocked, a war within. They carved the warning into air, but she still breathes it unaware. The blood she took was not her own, but made her more than flesh and bone. It called the dead, it broke the seal, and dared the world to make her kneel. No saint, no mage, no priest could bind the fate she fused into her mind. The forbidden vein runs through her skin, a gate unlocked, a war within. They carved the warning into air, but she still breathes it unaware. She walks now with the echo's kiss, her body built from that abyss, and in her veins the truth still glows, a song of wrath that no one knows. The more she bleeds, the more she lives, a curse that feeds on what it gives. They fear her now, they name her wrong, but she was power all along. They march with none to call their name, their faces blurred, their souls the same. She leads them now, the ones they broke, the silent dead beneath the smoke. No banners fly above their heads, no hymns are sung for walking dead. Their armor rusts, their torches low, but still they move through ice and snow. The hollow march will never cease, a cadence shaped from broken peace. And she, their voice, their crimson queen, becomes the war that lies between. She holds no map, she needs no sound. Their rhythm keeps two cursed ground. A legion built from souls misused, a kingdom vast and long abused. The hollow eyes reflect the flame of vengeance born with no real name. The hollow march will never cease, a cadence shaped from broken peace. And she, their voice, their crimson queen, becomes the war that lies between. She won't forgive, she won't debate. She'll take the crown they tried to steal and show the world what silence feels. Their steps become the thunder's roll, a reckoning without control. So when you hear the silence bend, the hollow march is near the end. They left her standing in the flame, a bride with none to take the name. No veil was draped across her face, just mourning stitched in blood and lace. The vows were made, then torn apart, and grief became her beating heart. She crowned herself in shattered vows beneath the ash of sacred boughs. The widow's crown is cold and high, a throne beneath the burning sky. She walks alone but never bows, a sovereign forged from broken vows. The chapel lights have long since died, but still she walks where angels cried. They wrote her off in holy text, but death has rules she never checks. She drapes the world in silent black. The love they stole, she takes it back. The widow's crown is cold and high, a throne beneath the burning sky. She walks alone but never bows, a sovereign forged from broken vows. No ring remains, no name to bear, but all who curse her feel her stare. She is the night the stars must mourn, a legacy of vows forsworn. She weeps for none, she claims the fire, her sorrow crowned with dark desire. Let no one kneel where she has stood. The something divine. They forged their thrones from ancient guilds, but hers was made where myths are built. In every breath the world replays the peace she bought through darker ways. They named her blasphemy then saint, but she remains without restraint. Crownless walks where rulers kneel, a truth the bloodlines fail to feel. She bears no crest, no royal line, just ashes, fire, and something divine. The stars don't bow to golden chains, and neither will her scattered veins. She doesn't reign, she doesn't serve, she only takes what fate deserves. Let them wear the velvet light, she'll ride the storm that never dies. The crown they forged still lies in dust. She is the queen of what they must. No dirge will close the scars she bore, but ash can still